ECSports 22. We got some sports. It's a nice Saturday morning, as you can see behind me. There's no snow yet, but I'm sure it's worse than it is out in Cali with this guy, Danny.
It's all right. It's,
Ivan,
it's kind of it's kind of chilly when you walk outside. It's like 39, but then it becomes like 65 in the middle of the day.
definitely.
Really weird.
Ivan has his mirror next to him to make sure he doesn't have boogers, I guess. So, what we got today? New show, ready to go, fresh in the morning, whack ass Bulls. What you got, Danny? I know you're a
That's
back.
what we're starting off with. Your Bulls.
Yeah,
Uh,
trash.
a 1 point loss to the Magic. They fall to 6.
33 to 134.
God,
Jalen Suggs.
what a game! What a game to lose. Actually, for the Magic, obviously they're not 108, 107. The Magic are not in position to make the playoffs. A lot of good young talent: Franz Wagner, Paulo Banchero, Jalen Suggs. But the Bulls losing
Carter Jr. Fuck out of here.
to Wendell Carter Jr. Bulls
What
losing by
for
1 point,
Benjamin?
6-10 right now. Where do we have the Bulls ranked right now? Do they look like a team that's going to be a play-in team, or can they get this thing together and get it rolling and finish anywhere from 5 to 7?
I think you're being very nice saying they're going to be a play-in team. When you got the guy that you're giving max money to on the bench in the fourth quarter when the game's on the line, that's a problem. I was listening to local
Yeah,
radio.
so what's the problem with the Bulls then? So what is it? They have a couple guys who could score.
Yeah, that's all. They have no shooting.
Yeah.
They have no defense, though. They have Zach, who one day he's playing, the next he isn't. He was spoke to after the game in the locker room, and you could tell he had his nose flared. They asked him, "So, what do you think about being on the bench during the when the game's on the line?" He's like, "Oh, that's a Billy Donovan. That's his choice. He got to live with it." Pretty much, I don't want to say putting a bus in front of Billy, but then they were saying another local writer in Chicago said that Billy is very, very hard. And this might be the entire league, but DeMar, Vooch, and Zach don't get any discipline in reference to when they're not playing D or they're not running the plays correctly. But Io and all of the other younger guys get a handful. It's almost like Billy is putting his frustration on the younger guys, and then the guys that are, pretty much
Paid a lot more.
around. It was a last year's team. The new guys are now starting to hear it, how it is to be in Chicago. Chicago is not an easy market, bro. It's either you do what you're supposed to do or get the fuck out. And, Paxton got a lot of respect because he won some championships. He had a lot of love here at some point, but he got a little more leeway because of what he did. But these dudes are brand new. They're not really in the media, so they're about to feel the wrath of the Chicago media as well as the fans.
Yeah.
So problem-wise, you're saying that Billy's not holding the vets accountable when they should be. Now these young guys.
I don't think it's Billy coaches what the fuck he's given, bro. I'm not blaming him. It's just.
Is this a bad team though?
Yes.
Like, is Zach Lavine, DeMar DeRozan, what's Alex Caruso, Ayo Goran Dragic, and are these Vucevic?
What did you say prior to the show of what we gave up for that dude, bro?
They gave up Wendell Carter Jr. They basically gave up Lauren Markkinen, and then a couple picks to get this guy.
What kind of picks?
It's a first round.
Yeah, first rounds.
With it 2 first. I just feel like the Bulls, like last year's games, if you look at it, I'm not saying they didn't deserve where their spot was. They won a lot of games on DeMar's shoulders. And when DeMar's putting up, leading the league in scoring in the fourth quarter, hitting game-winning shots, those are games that you could easily flip to lose. Now, you're feeling the effects of it this year. If the Bulls can't get it together, and I don't even know what's going on with Lonzo Ball. I think he's a key facet to this team in entirety. One of the better 3 and
a guy though, bro.
He's nothing.
He's not a guy. Like
I think Lonzo Ball's a great piece for you guys last year until he got hurt.
Last year, but
no, he's not the guy, but he's one of the guys.
He's a dude. Come on, bro. Like you gotta look at it like the East. You talking Miami? You talking Philly? You talking even the East, Brooklyn, like Milwaukee.
Bro, okay, those teams you just mentioned. Philadelphia just got a big win yesterday against the Bucks. They're 8-7. The Heat are under 500 at 7-9, and the Bulls are one game under them at 6-10. So the East isn't. It's a weird year this year. You're seeing a lot of different teams
getting
with
together, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I get it.
When the smoke is clear, you'll see, bro.
I'm seeing.
I don't think
that
the Pacers
Bulls
are going to last at this pace.
No.
I don't think the Wizards are going to last at this pace at 9-7, or even the Knicks at 8-8. But
We'll
yeah,
follow the
you're saying
Wizards.
you expect the Heat and the Philadelphia 76ers to be top tier. You kind of would expect that with the Bulls too, because of their run last year and what they brought back. I mean,
Top tier is a stretch.
What is it?
Top tier is a stretch.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're saying the East, and you just mentioned Miami. You mentioned Philly. So I'm assuming you're thinking these teams are some of the top teams in the East.
Yeah, but they play defense. They have shooters. If you give me those rosters, I can tell you, all right, they have shooters.
Okay.
Like James Harden.
Is Miami that good? Outside, like Jimmy's good. He's 33, making a lot of money.
I'm sorry, were they in the Eastern Conference Finals or?
I'm talking about this year though. I'm talking this year. I'm talking like I look at their team. Like who else is a creator on that team? Kyle Lowry is like 38 years old. Tyler Herro's their only creative ball handler on that team. Outside of Jimmy and Bam, it's like like I said, Max Strus.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about Miami. They're kind of a question mark this year for me.
Miami is
so basically your initial question was, are the Bulls a playoff or a play-in team? What are you thinking?
I think they're fighting for an 8, 9, 10 spot this year. If they can reel off a couple wins and, like I said, beating the Magic, beating the teams that they're supposed to beat, they're in the 8, 9, 10 contention for a play.
I mean, that being said, like the Bulls remain the only NBA team like without a clutch win. They're like in contest within like a 5-point margin with 5 minutes or less to play. They're 0-7 this season. They just are. They're not clutch. They're not clutch right now.
Yeah, but that was the thing. Last year they were 7-0 in these games. You know what I mean? So
you should know for a fact that all of the teams you name, I bet you they have a motherfucking superstar on it. That you were just dogging Miami, Jimmy, Milwaukee, Giannis, Philly, Embiid.
I never questioned Milwaukee, but I know what you're talking. I know what you're saying.
I'm just saying that you have. I'm just questioning the Bulls when you say they're playing. I don't think Zach's a superstar.
No,
I don't. Honestly, I'm not knocking nobody's money. It's the NBA, and he gets what he gets. But is Zach is he really a max player? Like, you to be a max player, bro. You're not on the floor. Come on, bro. Get out.
But speaking of like the NBA's, like I said, it's a weird year this year. Look at some of the teams that are in rankings, and I honestly feel, and especially in the West, we can get into that in a second. In the East, Celtics as the number 1 seed doesn't shock me. Tatum's playing like an MVP this year. Jaylen Brown's playing like an all NBA player basically. And then the Bucks, of course, you got Giannis. Big loss yesterday, and I know you guys probably saw that video of Giannis shooting free throws, getting that whole thing going on. But it's a weird year.
The Pacers 5th right now.
Like, Hawks, Cavs, and Pacers. Who would have thought? Maybe the Hawks at like a 7, but DeJounte Murray and Trae Young are playing great. The Cavs were on a schneid. They're kind of in a losing funk right now, but they're a really good team. It's a weird year. And if we go on to the West, what happened to tanking? I thought the Jazz were just going to flop. And Danny Ainge and Will Hardy are getting these guys to play hard. If you look at their roster, can you name any guys on their roster who are 20-point per game scorers?
No, I mean, Larry now we have
marketing, but I'm talking about on any other team.
He was not developed correct. And you mentioned the term tanking, but if you're Danny Ainge and Will, not Barton, because he's in Washington, right?
Hardy.
But my thing is they don't have to. They can actually run these dudes how they feel they can run them. That's why they're playing 10 deep, because they have picks galore thanks to Minnesota. So they're like, man, let's see what the fuck we really got. Run they ass, see what we can have, because we already got assets coming back, so we don't have to really tank. Now, if we lose with this squad, then we know we got to make some moves. But shit, they killing, and they got picks. So it's like, is their shit protected from Minnesota, or?
No, they can do whatever they want.
That's crazy.
They got Rudy Gobert trade going down and probably the worst.
So for instance, if Minnesota is just fucking disgusted, they have a chance to get the number 1 pick for
It
Rudy
seems like
Gobert.
we would have to
Yeah.
really look into that, but I don't think Minnesota will finish at the bottom of the West, like the Rockets or possibly the Lakers, Spurs. But there are some teams
When
like
their
even
player is standing on the court, not moving it around in the offense, that's not a good sign, bro.
it's not. It's terrible. But like I said, the NBA this season, a lot of old guys are getting washed away on the court, and a lot of new blood is in, and they're
Yep.
coming in different directions. The G League is a big source. Look what Boston did. Danilo Gallinari goes down. Who the hell is Sam Hauser? Sam Hauser is? No, they brought him up, and now he's like the plus minus god. Okay, so there are teams like I'm telling you, G League's huge. They're bringing in guys, and I'm talking about like the Grizzlies, Jazz, Trailblazers. They're bringing in guys from the second round. They're developing players. The old heads are getting out. Like look at these teams, and if you look at like Sacramento's a 7 seed right now, 8-6. The West is very tough. It's going to be a shakeup this year. You're going to see a lot of teams that you thought who were going to be good finishing.
I think it's the transition time where LeBron is no longer going to be the face after this season. They don't really want Kevin Garnett representing the NBA. Let's be real. He's a very sensitive dude. He just bashed his entire team. If you look at it, I mean, he was honest. Yeah.
He's not.
No, the NBA is in need of a face, a star that's, when Kobe was here, when Jordan was like Magic, like they need something to represent him. And let's be
You would
honest.
think it's Steph Curry, right? But the Warriors are just not that good this year.
And then I'm gonna be real. Like the punch hurt them a lot. Even Steph had nothing to do with it, but it still taints their situation. So Silver and them, with all of the stuff going on with Kyrie, they're looking for a star in the making or some type. They're in the transition period. That's why what you're saying makes sense. It's weird. Like they're like, all right, what do we have? You know what I mean?
So before we go on, are the Jazz a playoff team?
Absolutely.
They're 11-6 right now. Do they make the playoffs this year?
Absolutely. They have shooting.
I think so.
They have shooting. They have a brand new, fresh coach that looks like he's been waiting to get his chance. Danny Ainge has always been successful. Absolutely. Even if they go on a little small streak, they're going to make the playoffs, bro.
Okay.
And I don't think anybody would want to see that type of team in the playoffs. Okay. Mark that.
Yeah, I get them in the playoffs for sure. They all around they got everything. It's just they're overlooked at, so that's when they take advantage.
What about the Bulls?
No. Nope.
Yeah, I don't agree. I don't think so either.
Bro, it's just a lot going on. Like people don't realize it does matter what's going on in the locker room. Danny had mentioned it prior to the show. Lauri Markkanen was here. People were saying, why is he in the league? Then he went to Cleveland. He said he had fun. He developed his game. Now he's in Utah and he's really blossoming. So it matters, bro. It matters the situation you're in. No turmoil, just, Mormons and your kid and wife. It's easier to just.
Yes, Utah's the place of development, man. Jeez. Moving on. I know you guys caught that Thursday night game for NFL. Titans.
Right?
Who?
Oh, you cut Rodgers. I'm sorry.
I got rid of it. Well, yeah. He's done. He's been done for me. So is Rodgers okay? So speaking of that, is Rodgers done? 4-7.
He's done there. He's done there.
Yeah, he's definitely done there. I don't think he wants to be there any longer.
What's his contract situation?
He got paid a lot of money. I think
like year wise.
So he's this year and next year.
Oh, so do you guys think he's going to be like, all right, I'm done. You guys might want to just get rid of me because I'm leaving regardless of the contract.
You know what? In my opinion, after hearing Aaron Rodgers, he's all talk. He's not leaving anywhere. He's going to talk. He wants to get weapons around him. Clearly they're desperate for weapons. Christian Watson looks like a stud, but Christian Watson, Alan Lazard, it's not Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? So they're looking for that number one. Next year is going to be that year where I guarantee you this offseason is going to be that year where they spend some money on some offensive weapons because they got a good running game. Aaron Jones is good. A.J. Dillon's not bad.
See what you're saying? So that was a great point you just made. if I'm a free agent, wide receiver, offensive lineman, defensive, do I want to go to Green Bay and that shit? Or do I want to go to Chicago, who's on the upswing?
Depends on what you're
They
looking
got
for.
the money.
Well,
They
it
got the
depends on
money.
the belief of what the player is. Do you believe in someone like Justin Fields, who's, again, excelling in everything he's doing right now, but the Bears are losing and you don't know what the future is going to behold? Yes, the trajectory is looking up, but is it going to be up? Or do you want more of a quote-unquote proven thing? Do you want more of a proven thing with Aaron Rodgers from past history?
Proven, though.
I mean, last year he was
They
MVP.
catch you if you don't do what he wants you to?
It's expectations. Like, do you want to play with possibly top 3 quarterback of all time? Or do you and try to possibly win a Super Bowl? Because that defense is good. Green Bay has a good defense. They have a good team. They just are lacking 1 or 2 pieces on the offensive side. Would you want to do that, or do you want to chase what the dream is with Chicago and Justin Fields?
Yeah.
Both cold, terrible weather places.
I'm going to the big. I know. So the weather's out of the question. I'm going to the big market. I want to be a superstar with a superstar. Fuck Aaron Rodgers, bro. He's had it. He's got 1 ring. You could see just watching the show that he does not get along with his head coach. Everybody knows that, bro.
Yeah.
They had some whack ass conversations. Hey, we got to work together, blah, blah. They don't. I wouldn't want to go there, but that's me.
Can we slightly talk about the Titans for a second?
Sure, go ahead.
How good of a coach Mike Vrabel is. Since 2018, from joining the NFL, has never had a losing season. He's taken the Titans either to the. I think 2018 they missed the playoffs, but from there on, AFC title game.
Them every week.
2 number 1 seed finishes. I mean, this guy's one of the best, if not. I think he's a top 3 to 5 coach in the NFL.
He's a really good coach.
In my opinion, I think he's coach of the year.
They keep when you got that type of player in your backfield, bro, and a coach that just not a coach, I'm sorry, a quarterback that does manage the game, he's gonna make some mistakes, but I would never want to play these dudes because of Derrick Henry, especially in the playoffs, bro. Like Derrick Henry and their system, like when you get in the red zone, it's pretty much cut and dry. It's a wrap. And everybody keeps like dogging them. I forgot who it was, but they were like, bro, when are they going to start respecting the Titans? Yeah, they make some stupid mistakes sometimes, but they always hit the playoffs, bro. It's like they hit the button at the end, and I don't know.
Telling you,
I got Derrick Henry. I'm right.
You know what? This team reminds me of an NBA team that just prides themselves on defense and rebounding, and you will win games like that. It doesn't look pretty, but you will win games like that. Derrick Henry is an absolute monster. Let's just get that's out of the question. He's an absolute monster. They are missing a true number 1 receiver. Robert Woods looks like a shell of himself. Treylon Burks just got back from IR. Nick Westbrook and Keenan. Do you even know who that is?
Never.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, they got no name players. They're winning games. They're looking like they're going to win the AFC South again for the 3rd straight year. And honestly, at 6-3, this Mike Vrabel deserves coach of the year. That's just my opinion on that. Great play call, by the way, on the Derrick Henry jump pass. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, helped my. I got 30 in the first game. Helped fantasy like crazy. So nobody wants to see me in the playoffs. That's all I gotta say. 2 G's, here I
come. What we got for bets this week, guys?
I'm liking Bears money line.
Money line is crazy, bro.
I mean, I don't like
Atlanta. Why is that crazy?
You don't I said that last week against Detroit, bro.
By one, which is crazy.
Yeah, you know why? Because our kicker just lost his shit. I just think, and this goes back to tanking. I don't think they're tanking. I think they are really our defense is not good, guys. Like people are talking about, oh, they should let them throw. We don't have a good. Our team is not built to win this year. It's called being. That's why we traded the players we traded. We are not built to win. If we win, okay, but it's not like, all right, it's wins and losses this year. No, it's Ryan Poles and Eberflus trying to see who they have and who they can just get rid of. So, I mean, it's not about that, bro. No, Atlanta is a running team, and on our defense, we are not going to stop them. But they're not going to stop us, so it's going to be another shootout. Take the over, guys.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I can see the over on here as well. I mean,
Over 49?
Falcons have lost 4 consecutive ATS after starting off 6-0 ATS. And another stat here is that teams are 0 for 8 when playing the Panthers, the only winless like from the previous opponent in the NFL. So I mean, that you can like say which way there, but I don't know. I mean, there's a scary stat for Marcus.
Dude, Justin going crazy. He's going home. Like he's got all of this, bro. Just go gut. We're not trying to win. We're trying to impress. But if they win,
yeah, I think
would you guys rather win 10-7 or lose 34?
Yes, I said this last episode. Yes, I said this last episode, episode 5. Check it out on the link on our bio on our Instagram, by the way, guys. I said this couple of games could be flipping to wins. This team could have possibly been a 9-8, 10-7 team battling for a playoff spot, which I thought was great.
What do you get in the draft for that, Daniel?
Oh, I don't know.
Tell me. What?
Like a 16th pick.
Okay. Why would I? What's the difference with 4 and fucking, what is it, 13, where you get a top 5 fucking big, stupid,
saying, man, like,
left tackle that no one's going to get back.
I'm looking at the player perspective here. Do you think the players want to lose?
They're not going to be there, bro.
But what I'm saying is this. Do you think players really want to lose?
I don't care if Equinemius St. Brown wants to win, bro. I don't care if Ellis Jones Jr., who's on the bench, wants to win. I don't care about that. I'm not saying, oh, yes, we lost. I'm just saying, bro, we are developing a fucking superstar.
Competitive thinking.
Superstar, bro.
Yes, Justin Fields is a star in this league.
Public's all over the Bears, though.
Public is all over the Bears. That's why I just told you.
Can we go into our parlays, please? I'm sick of talking about this competitive tanking. It's bothering me at this point. Let's get into the over-unders. Let's get into
coach
the
Danny.
What do you have? What do you have, Dion? Give me a parlay, please. Dion, give me a 3-teamer, please.
3-teamer, I got you. Atlanta Bears over.
Yep.
Let's see here. I am staying the fuck away from the Browns Bills. Oh, the under on the Ravens the under on the Ravens Panthers. You guys see that one?
Yeah.
Yes.
41.
13 spread.
Yeah. And then I will take, wow, that's a good one. I'll take the Cowboys at home. I'll take the Cowboys money line. Vikings are done.
Wow. Ivan, you got anything for me?
Yeah, I mean, what Dion said, the over on the Bears. I like the Giants to cover, and then I like Steelers at home because of Mike Tomlin when he's a dog.
Yeah. This dude is a Steeler fucking fan, bro. Fuck the Steelers.
Oh my God.
Mike Tomlin is 14-8 straight up.
Bro, we're talking about this next week.
I didn't even want to touch that game. Listen. I got 8 over-unders for you guys. 8. Do you want to hear them? If you want to hear them, let me know. I got over 50 over on the Kansas City LA game. I got over on the Raiders Broncos. I got under on the Commanders and Texans. Under on the Lions and Giants. Over on the Browns Bills. It's played in Detroit. It's an indoor dome. They're gonna run up the score. Jets Patriots over 38. I think they went over last time they played. I think it's going to be the same thing again. Over 49 on the Bears and the Falcons. And then finally under for the Carolina Ravens game. This is what is this? This is an 8-legger, all over unders. Play with it. See what you can do.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I'm going to do that. I have this recording and I'm going to fly to Cali and with the money if I win.
Okay. You're going to hand deliver it to me.
No, I'm gonna have the money. I'll shake the game.
Oh, but no money in it.
Head over to SoFi
last week I did a lot. So last week I did a 8-legger over unders, and I did actually one game where I picked a team just to win with the spread. I went 7 for 8,
and that was
the team that killed me. The Cleveland Browns plus 3.5 against the Dolphins. I'm an idiot for taking that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's worse
Miami.
than that's worse than the 12. I told you, right, Danny?
Yeah.
12 teamer. Thanks to Brady. That was the one I lost to your ass in the bet.
Ah, that's right. That's right.
And,
Oh, and speaking of that fantasy, can we talk about our fantasy teams real quick?
what?
Am I back? Am I back after taking out number 1 seed?
Who's
Or is
number
this?
1 seed?
I don't know. It was Dylan.
Yeah, you beat the Williams boys. Congratulations. Your season has been you beat us. That makes your season right there.
Compensation for that. I
Yeah,
literally
you're back in right now for now. As you heard on the recap, our parity in this league is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
As of right now, let me see here. We have obviously Drew, who's been somehow killing. His team isn't even like
It doesn't look that great.
doesn't look good, but that motherfucker keeps winning. Like,
defensive rebounding is all it is.
yeah, and that's literally what it is. So right now in the standings, he's 8-2. You got options who beat Dylan the previous week. He's 6-4, and then it goes to like me. I'm 5-5. We got Dylan at 7-3. Rick's at 5-5. Then you two are 4-6. So
God, a lot of
yeah.
a lot of like not dominant teams.
Then there's a guy in between you guys. There's 3 guys in your division at 4-6, including you guys. So all of you are tied. There's only one guy, and it's kind of scary. He's 3-7. The guy that just loves Austin Eckler.
Yeah, didn't he just trade
Saves
Lamar?
his Field of Dreams because he's playing Justin like crazy. So he's playing a guy I beat last week. So if he wins, bro, he'll go to 4-7, and a guy if he beats will go for it. It's I don't want to see him. It'll be that. Yeah, it's very tight. But when this type of money on the line, I just want, what is it, like 3 more weeks, 4 more weeks?
Yeah. I think playoffs are week 15,
Yeah.
16, 17 this year because of the extended games.
Yeah. So, but I'm excited to see what happens. But
I'm waiting to see where Odell goes, and I'm excited about where he's going to end up landing in, seeing if he actually excels with the winning team. So
he's got his list. He wants maybe a Giants reunion. Maybe he goes to who's the other team you mentioned? The Chiefs,
Cowboys, Bills, and 49ers.
49ers.
That's all he's interested in.
And those are the only teams that I see that he's been talking to at the moment. But I mean, I could definitely see him with the Giants. I mean, that would be awesome, to be honest. I mean, they're winning. They got culture there. I think it'd be great if he goes to the Giants.
Totally different, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's going to be a great week of football, as we always know. And good luck to you guys this week in fantasy. We'll see you guys next week. EC Sports.